Hi everyone, welcome back to Houseplant Essentials. I'm your host Bryce. So happy to have you here with me today. In today's video, I'll be talking about a subject that seems pretty straightforward, pretty easy, but in all actuality, it can be quite confusing. What am I talking about? I'm talking about watering. Yeah, seems so basic, right? But we all had to learn how to water at some point. For me, I know I learned how to water as a child, but like having houseplants, that was a new thing for me. So I had to develop my own process as I went along, and that wasn't even that long ago for me. So I wanted to go over my process and share with you the things that I've learned that have made watering a lot more simple and effective for me. Alright, here we are in my boudoir, and I'm going to start out by testing a few plants to see if indeed they need to be watered, and if so, we'll go from there. So I like to start out by using my handy moisture meter. This thing is amazing. If you watch my moisture meter video, you know how easy and simple it is to use. So yeah, let's use this thing. So I'm actually going to go over here in the corner. I've got my neon pothos, my Synapsis pictus argyris, and then I have a Philodendron Brazil. So yeah, I'm going to have to get on top of my bed, so I'm going to turn the camera off for a second and then come back. Alright, so I am up on my bed now, and I'm going to just go over to my neon pothos and give it a little poke. Give it a little pokeroo. And just make sure you don't take out a bunch of roots. So I'm just going to go very carefully. Okay, so you can see that this is definitely dry and that it needs to be watered. I'm going to go ahead and test it just once more to make sure it indeed needs it. Find a different spot. No, it's not going in there. This is hard. Holding on to the camera and the moisture meter at the same time. Okay, you can see this is also dry. I don't need to wait a minute to tell me that it is dry. So next is the Synapsis. I'm going to wipe off my moisture meter in between, and I'll be right back. Here is my stunningly gorgeous, smashing Synapsis. I can already tell that it needs to be watered just by the way that the leaves are curled, but we'll go ahead and just use the moisture meter anyway. Let's see here. I'm going to spin it around back. Spin it around back, baby. That's dry. Like, that's dry. So there you can see the Synapsis is definitely in need of watering. I'll test it once more. I wipe it off between plants, not between each individual plant, if that makes any sense. All right, so now in the fronts, and yeah, it is very very dry. So that's going. Next, we'll do the Brazil. All right, here is my Philodendron Brazil. And I have put it in already. I couldn't do it and hold the camera at the same time. So here it is. It is reading in the dry zone. So that's exactly where I want it to be. And I will test it one more time. Okay, so finally I have the Philodendron Brazil in the backside. And I have it here. It's in the dry zone right between a 2 and a 3. And yeah, so these 3 plants do need to be watered. Alright, so it's now time to water these 3 luscious babes. Gosh, I'm such a dork. Anyway, yeah, let's go right into it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with my syndapsis. And my preferred method of watering is actually to bottom water, and I'll explain all of the reasons I do that later on in this video. And so to do one that's hanging from the ceiling is pretty straightforward. All you want to do is put some water into the catch tray and let it soak it up. I can't do that and hold the camera at the same time, so I'll pour a little bit in and then show you what it looks like. Here is the syndapsis with some water in its catch tray, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just gonna suck it up through the bottom of the pot, through the holes, the drainage holes. So we will let it do its thing, and then I'll come and check on it in a little while. And also I will fill the other ones up as well. All right, I have also tested these, some of these plants on my dresser here, which I call my propagation station. And some of them do need to be watered, so I'm not going to show you that they need to be watered, I'll just let you know. So this Palea peperomioides, that needs to be watered. This Bonnie spider plant, this Prince of Orange, and this Pearls and Jade, both those down here at the end. And I'll show you how I bottom water these. All right, here we are in my kitchen. I've brought all 4 plants out that needed to be watered, the ones that were on my propagation station. Now I would normally go and take them to a bathtub, but I don't have one in my little tiny apartment. So I am gonna do this by putting them in a baking tray. So it's pretty straightforward. You want to put about 1 inch of water into a baking tray, and I'll show you that in just a second after I'm done. All right, so I have put some water into this old baking tray, and now it's just time to put them in one at a time. All right, so I put all 4 plants into the baking tray, and now I'm just gonna set a timer for 30 minutes, and then after 30 minutes I'll come back and check on them. All right, so it's just been a little bit of time. I wanted to come in and check, and you can already see there's been a significant difference in the water level that it's soaked up. So I'll just continue to watch it and come back in a little bit. All right, so while the plants are absorbing that sweet, delicious water that they need, let's talk about the reasons why I choose to bottom water. So the first reason is pretty straightforward, and probably the most important one. It's that the plants actually absorb just the right amount of water that they need without getting oversaturated and overwatered. So perfect reason to do it right there. Second reason is that it actually can help prevent mold. So when you top water and you're doing it on top of the plant, it gets the top just overly saturated, and if you don't have enough airflow and like drying factor, like it can cause mold. And I know, hello, I've had mold, and I know that it can be pretty nasty, and I don't want to deal with that ever again. So that was a big reason for me to switch over to bottom watering. And the third reason is that it actually helps prevent pests like fungus gnats. Again, because the top layer of soil is not getting overly saturated, fungus gnats can't lay their larvae on top of the soil. So there are no fungus gnats. So yeah, those are my 3 different reasons for bottom watering. Now let's go check on the plants again. All right, the timer went off on the 4 plants that I had in the baking tray, and all I have done is just moved it into my shower so that it can thoroughly drip dry. And yeah, that's about it. So once they're thoroughly dry, it'll be time to put them back. All right, so here are my 3 hanging plants, and I have checked all of them with my moisture meter, and they are nice and in the moist zone. So yeah, so I'll just dump out the excess water that's in the catch tray, and yeah, that'll be it. All right, that'll be it for today's video about bottom watering and my reasonings for doing it. Hope that you got some good information. If you do choose to top water, that's your choice. There's benefits and negatives of both. So, just think about that. But frankly, I just like how easy it is to bottom water. So that's what I'm gonna do. While you're still here, hit that like button if you like today's video, and hit the subscribe button so that you get notified of new content when it's available. Thank you so much. Have a great day.